Alright, we're back with the 986 race car, and I got something special for you today. Alright, so I got the silver daily in service mode because I want to show you all the stuff that I took out. So we took the heavy carpet out that's got foam pad insulation underneath for resistance to heat and for noise. And as you can see in here, there's a lot of stuff. Carpeting, all this foam pad that we ripped out, all this plastic, these motors to put the hydraulics up and down, the hydraulic pieces, all this rail system. There's more stuff all the way down in there to help with the convertible top. I took all of that out, everything, all this insulation. There's insulation down here around the engine. It's kind of crappy because it's so old, it's just breaking off in pieces. So we took that out as well with all of this plastic and all this other junk. And it really is going to make the car actually get better gas mileage and be faster. And you're never going to see any of this stuff in here. Only your mechanic or you are going to see your stuff in here. So why not? I mean, you don't got to take your hydraulics and stuff out if you still want to use your convertible top electric, but you could take all this plastic crap out, all this insulation, all that. I think the insulation I read on a forum is 25 pounds if you get all the insulation out from around the outside of the engine and around the inside of the engine. So 25 pounds is 25 pounds, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get back on the race car. So I took this middle piece off instead of going into service mode. So I'm calling this service mode 2.0 because you can't really do anything in service mode with this piece of plastic in the back. This piece of plastic, like the boot that comes up on your car. And then I took this engine piece off the cover, off the top as well. This is held on by this one clip, a slider, and a 10mm bolt. Almost everything back here was 10mm, all these 10mm bolts. So I undid this piece right here, this pneumatic arm that's on your motor piece for the top. And then I had to do another bolt down here. I think it was farther down. I don't know where it was at actually, but it was bolted in again down here. And then there's a slide rail. You just slide the thing out of the one side and pull it up. And then you slide it out of the other side and that whole piece comes up together. So this whole piece on the back of your Porsche, which is this piece right here, let me show you. This piece right here is what we took off. So normally you would put the Porsche half down the top, and this piece comes up in the air and it's waiting for this to come down and go over and cover over it. But service mode, you got to dig around in there. So we're not doing that. Look how much room I have now. I just pushed the top up, it took the boot out, and I can lay in this thing now, you know? So here's a lot of this insulation. This insulation is really thick. Mine was actually a little damp, even though the rest of the car felt dry. These are the two things on this side you'll find on each side here, and that's where what funnels the water down into this. I'll find it for you. Where did it go? There's a drain in here, so that funnels the stuff down into the drain. We don't want any of that plastic. All this had plastic and like cloth and this insulation. You don't want any of that. This is the clip for the back piece. I took it off so I could get the insulation out. It was 310 bolts. There's clips here as well. They look like this. They go right here. And those are 2 10s as well. There's one of these on each side. Make sure you put it in correctly. Watch how you take it out. And there was some carpet here on top. Remember the carpet? That's got to go. We just have that plastic piece over there now, the engine cover. And some of you guys have this speaker system with a little box in the. So let's just wait. There's a couple speakers and like a little hidey hole in there, but we're not going to use it. So this motor, okay, see the motor over here? I'm going to zoom in for you. That is the motor. There's one on each side that make your top go up and down when you hit the buttons and put it into emergency brake park. This top doesn't work. I mean, the top works. You know, I can manually, now that I took the pieces off, all I gotta do is disconnect. All I have to do is hit the button up here. So hit the button up here, and I could just push the top down on my own. I would do it for you now, but I have all my bolts and stuff up here, and I'm working. But I'll show you that on another video. So I also took these clips out. They go right there. They look like this. Don't need these anymore. These on each side, so we'll keep those for the other car. I changed some fuses and relays. It was missing, but the top still didn't work, so these motors have to come out. This is going to be weight as well. Now this 2.5 motor is going to go in this white car right here, and the twin turbo over here from this car is going in this car. So we're doing a swapperooski. When we take this one out, we might put a head gasket on each side and a couple bucks and throw it in my buddy's car. I mean, the motor runs great, so maybe just dump it in there until he fixes his 2.7. So I gotta find some more things to weight reduce. Now, you see this? There's a lot of insulation in here as well. Let's see if I can yank some of this out for you. So this insulation is plastic on it. It's all corroded. I don't think this is for heat. I mean, maybe if it's in the front, it's for heat, so you don't get warm in the summertime from the motor. But I think this is just sound deadening. But it's a Porsche, man. Why don't you want to hear the motor, you know? You don't want to hear the motor, you want nice and quiet, go buy something else, alright? So, now if any of you guys have done this weight reduction before, give me a thumbs up. I don't.
So just because you made it this far, I got a little joke for you.
I don't know how much this stuff weighs. I heard 25 pounds for all the insulation around the engine bay, but I don't know if that's the inside and outside stuff, just the inside stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research on it. I am gonna have to weigh the car afterwards, because even if we got 10 pounds out and 3 or 4 or 5 pounds out, I mean, still out is out, right? And these motors are these little motors on the side, that's gonna weigh, they're probably about 10 pounds a piece. So all that stuff's gonna come out. I don't need any of this stuff anymore. So we're trying to make the car as light as possible. I'm gonna try to make the car to 2,300 pounds. So I don't know if that's possible, but people are saying that I can't do it, but I am gonna do it. So I gotta take this body kit off, that's weight. And I think I'm gonna take this wing off, that's weight. We might sell that or put it on another car. And this, I gotta de-snorkel this still. The snorkel is still in there. I mean, it's gonna be a different motor anyway, so we just gotta get rid of that. The rear trunk and the engine gut, most of it was insulation. So like I said, if you've done this job before, leave me a like or a comment down below. Also, if you see something that I didn't, or you have gutted something or taken weight out a different way, or you found some other things for me to look at, please comment down below as well. I love to get information from you guys as well as give information. That's what YouTube is for. We're trying to help out each other. If I've done something before, you can learn off of it. If you've done something before, then I can learn off of it.
So this one is our 986 This is a 97. It's the 2.5. It's the exact same car basically as the 99, but in 97 there was no airbags in the door. I digress. But let's get a closer look in here of everything that we took out so you can see just exactly what's going on. So inside the car here, it has a light so you can see your stuff on the inside. Then there's supposed to be a bunch of push pins right here, but I took some of this interior out because I was changing it up. Since I took the interior out of the race car, I want to put the nicer stuff in here. So you can see like there was a piece of metal here, maybe the jack or the wheel. You put this under the wheel. It's metal and it keeps your car from rolling. So someone left that in here before I got the car and it made rust. You might be able to wash this out, but we're taking the interior off of the other car and putting it in this. And as you can see, like this material is all over the place. It even covers the lights over here. So you have to learn how to take some of these out to change your taillights. And this is basically just what it is. I wanted to get a piece of it so you can see. It's just like a small piece of plastic with some carpet on it, and that piece will just go in, and then you bolt it in or you put the clips in, and that's it. So we took the plastic out, we took all these pieces out. Under here is the computer where you're going to be able to see it in the other car, and under here is where your relays are. So I was also checking all of my relays. A lot of that stuff is hidden under here if you need to know. But let's get back into this gutting, because this is a gutting video and not our daily video.
My name's Damien. If you could hurry, give us a like and a subscribe below, hit notifications all. I'm sure you're going to appreciate it, and we will too. So this is the 99 Porsche Bpoxster 986, and I'm gutting the rear now. The trunk is empty. Trunk is gutted out. Doing messing around with the relays. So your relays are right here in the back. And no carpet, no anything, no sound deadening, none of that stuff. You know, the whole point is to have a nice car and love how it sounds. So this is gonna be the second gut video. And when we start to do the inside, I'll do number 3 is gonna be probably the seats, the inside, the interior, all this is coming out. All the door panel is coming out. The dash is probably also gonna come out. I'm gonna have to weld some kind of small aluminum frame or something to put in there. So that'll be episode 3. All right, man. Thank you everybody for stopping by Disturbing Kreationz. Check out all our videos. Give me a like. Subscribe so you can see all the different cars that we're working on. God bless. We're out.